I know I'm gonna piss off some Disney adults with this one, but fuck it. The real Disney adults need a reality check. Those of us who are chronically online and internet native are more exposed to the Disney adult phenomenon than the average normie. The average person might describe a Disney adult as, oh, my coworker spends $10,000 annually on his trip to Disney. Sounds like he's wasting a lot of money. But those of us who are familiar with the internet slop dumps that these Disney adults produce and then shove onto the internet after their annual pilgrimage to the House of Mouse, we are keenly aware of a looming dark side to the phenomenon of the Disney adult, and that is the fact that it is almost a perfect representation of the downfall of society and late-stage capitalism in general. This applies to the childless adults who take the trip to the Disney theme park as a religious experience, borderline a pilgrimage to see their Pope Mickey Mouse. And these are the sort of people who don't cry at weddings, but sob uncontrollably when a man in a Buzz Lightyear costume waves at them. Like, is the rest of your life so void of meaning that you must spend 10 grand a year to go sweat your ass off in Florida in the name of a giant mega corporation that doesn't even care you exist? Also, for my international audience out there, I don't want you to think that the Disney adult represents the typical American. We are not claiming the Disney adults. They are their own separate phenomenon, separate from everything else. And quite honestly, the Disney phenomenon is very much a symptom of the current age. I mean, in 10 years, I predict that people will say, whatever happened to Disney adults? Because there's no way that these people are reproducing themselves. They're not having kids. They're spending all their money at Disney theme parks. And quite honestly, the Disney brand just doesn't hit the same way that it used to. It's coasting off a 90s nostalgia. And once these two things age out and ultimately time catches up with them, I don't think that we'll be seeing Disney adults in a timeline of 10 to 15 years. So the problem will probably very much solve itself. But in the meantime, we still have to deal with the cringe TikToks. And of course, this doesn't go for everybody who's just some fan of a Disney-owned property. I mean, they own so much that it's hard to find something that's not owned by Disney these days. No, this goes specifically for the grown-ass humans who drop $300 on a pair of mouse ears and then whisper, "It's an investment, bro." These aging millennials who cry when they see a sweaty college kid in a Winnie the Pooh costume, and that kid is just some college kid who's dying on the inside while you hug him and have a religious experience. And these millennials are more invested in that religious experience than their 401ks. And if that's what you want to spend your money on, then by all means go ahead, go off, bro. But at the end of the day, when you look at it as a sociological phenomenon, the implications of the Disney adult phenomenon are just so damaging. If this applies to you, I see you as somebody who needs help, honestly. You need to invest that money. Stop spending it on Disney every year, and if this can help one person turn their life around and stop being so much of a Disney adult, yeah, I think that this video did its job. I mean, I'm trying to help people here. I mean, you're going to have to realize it at some time or another that you're simply a customer to the Disney Corporation. Your wedding being Disney themed, your annual trip to the theme park being a huge stain on your bank account, all these things are just numbers on a spreadsheet to the corporation. There's plenty of other hobbies that could be way more beneficial and make your life more fulfilling. In all honesty, when it comes to many of you, we're worried about your mental health when we see those videos of you breaking down in tears when you're meeting the person in the character costume at the theme park and breaking down in tears as if you're meeting your Lord and Savior. It's simply not healthy. I don't even find this funny. I don't find it funny at all seeing people act this way, especially when they're grown-ass adults and they're not having families. I mean, you're doing irreversible damage to your life and your long-term longevity. You know, in your older years, you're going to look back on those pictures of you at the theme park and wish that you started a family. It just gives me this irky feeling, this empty, hollow feeling when I see grown-ass people acting this way. Unironically, too. And these are the same type of people who probably just have a dog at home, and in their bio it says that they're a dog mom and all these different things, and they're doing it in that way that only millennials do it, where they're at the same time doing it ironically, but it's totally not ironically at the same time, if you catch what I mean. It doesn't come across that way to the rest of the world, my friend. And please reevaluate your life. Just stop giving your money to this faceless mega corporation. It's embarrassing. Well, I honestly said everything that I wanted to say in this video. Thank you all for sticking to it through the end. I really just hope that these Disney adults come to their senses and maybe society will fix itself. But it's looking dark as it currently stands. Let me know in the comments if you know a Disney adult in your own life, and thank you everybody who's subscribed to the page. I appreciate every single one of you, even the Disney adults. We're willing to welcome you guys back. I don't think you're too far gone. You could still be saved. You could still find some meaning in your life beyond the holy land of the House of Mouse.